Hi, welcome back to My Mom Life. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Jordan, and today we are making pumpkin pull-apart bread. Here are the ingredients for this pumpkin pull-apart bread. I have some crescent roll dough here. I also have some cinnamon, allspice, and nutmeg. We're gonna mix that with some brown sugar and our pumpkin. I have some homemade caramel sauce here that we're gonna use. You could use store-bought, or I will link the recipe to this homemade sauce. And then we're gonna need a couple tablespoons of butter. I have my loaf pan that I have greased. The spray that I bought was like the butter flavor on accident, so it's this color, but I just sprayed it and lined it with parchment paper. So let's get started making this pull-apart pumpkin bread. The first step is to mix up our pumpkin. So I'm going to measure out 2/3 cup of this pumpkin. To the pumpkin, we're gonna add 1/2 cup of brown sugar. And then we need 1 teaspoon of cinnamon and 1/2 teaspoon of allspice and nutmeg. I'm gonna mix that together and then we'll set it aside and roll out our crescent roll dough. All right, here is our pumpkin layer. We have our caramel. I'm going to melt this butter and then we are gonna roll out some crescent rolls. I'm gonna spray my counter. I'm sorry if you hear my washer going in the background, it's very loud right now. I'm gonna spray my counter so that the dough does not stick. And then I was debating on using 1 or 2 cans. We'll see. I'm gonna open one and then we'll see what I think. I think we're gonna need 2. So I am gonna roll out another one and just kind of connect them. We wanna make one big rectangle. If you wanted to get serious with it, you could definitely roll it out with a rolling pin. I am just going to use my hands and kind of press it out into a large rectangle / square. Now it is time for the butter, so I'm gonna go ahead and spread that on. All right, I got my butter on there. Now we're going to spread on the pumpkin and brown sugar mixture. This is going to make a mess. Until it is all put together, it's gonna be a little messy. So just bear with me. It's worth it, I promise. So we're gonna spread this out all over. Now it is time for the caramel sauce. So we're just going to drizzle this all over. You can use as little or as much as you like. I'm just going to do about 1/2 of it now, and then we will drizzle on some more in a minute. The easiest way to do this is to use a pizza cutter. So we're gonna cut squares. I'm gonna see, let's see, 1. Okay, we're going to do 4. And 5 this way. So we're going to now stack our squares. So like I said, it's gonna get a little messy. Don't freak out, it's gonna be fine. So here's my loaf pan. Don't mind this over here, it's a mess. But I'm gonna take each row, stack them like that, and then we're going to place them in the loaf pan like this. And we're just gonna fill it up. All right, I got it cleaned up. Now what we wanna do, we have our loaf. Hopefully you can see each little square is in there. It still looks messy, but don't worry. It's part of the process. Now we're going to take some caramel and drizzle it on top like this. As little or as much as you want. And we are gonna bake this in a 350-degree oven for 35 to 45 minutes. So I'm gonna pull it out when it's done baking and show you what it looks like. Here is the finished pumpkin pull-apart bread. This turned out so good. Now I will say I was a little disappointed because this is the next day. It got dark and I filmed it coming out of the oven, but it was just too dark. So this is the next day, and I did drizzle on some more caramel sauce, and my bread did sink in a little bit in the middle. So I was a little disappointed with that, but straight out of the oven, it was so like poofy and beautiful. But this tasted delicious. So despite the appearance, it tastes awesome. And if you eat it fresh out of the oven, it won't deflate on you like mine did. But I hope that you try this recipe. I will leave it in the description box for you if you are interested. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you subscribe and stick around, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye guys.